our VWEC Student Challenge 2026 Builders Brewery intermediate class. We have our instructor, Tilly Harmony, an amazing teacher of building in Second Life. So thank you, Tilly, for being here. Today you'll follow along with instructions to build together. Feel free to IM us if you need any help at all. And again, thanks to Tilly for supporting the VWEC Student Challenge. So I'll turn it over to you, Tilly, and Ellie will be using voice as we go along.
Thank you, Val. Everyone, can you check that you can res a box here? The VWEC Student Challenge group should be activated. Okay, welcome everyone. Let's get going. Greetings and thank you for coming. The aim of this class is to show you how to make and use a rezzer for easily storing and saving objects. I hope you will both enjoy it and find it useful. Please click on the box at my side to receive some class materials. You should receive a folder containing some things which we will use later. There is also a blackboard in the folder of the class materials. You can wear that if you want. It is an on-screen HUD to show screenshots. But if you prefer not to wear it, the same screenshots will appear on the board behind me. The class notes intended for you to refer back to later will be available at the end of the class. Here's our lesson plan for today. Part 1, what is a rezzer? Part 2, make a rezzer. Part 3, conflicts. And Part 4, grouped items. What is a rezzer? A rezzer is an object which, because of the rezzer script it contains, is able to res other objects around it or nearby. Some of you may have seen or used rezzers, which are common for resing large structures such as houses or similar things. But the use of rezzers is not limited to big things like buildings. They are also useful for small or everyday things, as we shall see. Would you please look at the table beside me, getting your camera close enough to see what is about to be on it. As I click the table and select from the menu it gives me, I can res a table setting on it. I'm pausing a moment to let everyone find the table near me. So I hope you see I can make a table setting, glasses, plates appear. And I can remove it. And I can res it again. Piece by piece if I want. And I can choose to res not all of the items, but just the ones I select. Notice also, if I move or rotate the table, then everything moves with it. Moving it now. Watch it all move. Cool? Next, we will make a rezzer. You're going to make this very same rezzer, the table and its setting. You can, of course, use other items of your own in a rezzer, and there are, of course, many suitable household or other objects available in an SL marketplace. But please be aware of this warning. If you want to put an object into a rezzer, you must have copy and modify permissions on it. However, in this class, the important thing you are going to get is the rezzer scripts. The scripts are available for an unreasonably high price in my own marketplace store, but I gladly give them free of charge to students in my classes. MP means marketplace. There are numerous rezzer systems available with a variety of features and functionalities. Mine have some features which others do not, and we will see a couple of these in use today. I do ask, however, that you respect the conditions which apply to the use of the scripts as follows. You may sell or give away these scripts only as part of your own original creations. You may not sell or give away any of these scripts with both copy and transfer permission. In your class materials, you have the user guide for the rezzer script, which gives you a full description of what it can do. I will say a bit more about its functionalities at the end of the class. Having got those niceties out of the way, let's get going. From your class materials, please find Table and res it in front of you. You may use any object as your rezzer, even just a plain wooden box if you so wish, but today the table is going to be your rezzer. Edit the table and drag plus drop the script AR rezzer into its content tab. The display behind me is now showing helpful, I hope, screenshots. Now, still in the class materials, you're going to place 6 items on the table. The particular way they are arranged is not important, but I suggest you aim for something similar to the arrangement on my table beside me. The 6 items are fruit bowl, plate A, plate B, glass A, glass B, and bottle. If you don't get them into the perfect positions just now, you will be able to change their positions later. To do so, you would use the Record button in the Tools menu as described in the user guide. So yes, please just do that. Position those 6 items on your table. Liliana asks, how do we know that these items are scripted? And Tilly says, Liliana, nice question. There's no way to know if an item is scripted until you res it and look at its content tab. But at the moment, these 6 items are not scripted. But they soon will be because you are about to put a script into each of them. Just put them onto the table so that they are visible in place. On the table, not in the content tab. Next, we put the script AR rezzer component into each of these 6 items. Again, drag and drop the script from class materials into the content tab of each object in turn. Please double check that you have put exactly 1 copy of AR rezzer component into each item and ask me to check for you if you are in any doubt. So you should now have the AR rezzer component in each of the 6 items on the table and the AR rezzer script in the table itself. So you have your table setting. Next, we need to record and save the positions of each item on the table. Click on the table and you get a menu. Select Tools and then Record. You will see messages in local chat from your table and from the 6 items like this. Fourths table recording positions, glass A, recorded position, glass B, recorded position, fruit bowl, recorded position, plate A, recorded position, plate B, recorded position, bottle, recorded position. Liliana asks, where can I find tools? Tilly replies, click on the table, you should get a menu. Select Tools. Liliana, click on the table, get a menu, use Tools. And in Tools, select Record. Be sure and use left click. If one of your items has not recorded, it is almost certainly because it doesn't have the AR rezzer component script in it. In this case, drag and drop that script into that item, and then click the table and again choose Tools, Record. The missing item should now tell you that it has recorded. Once you have successfully recorded all items, we move to the next stage. In your Class Materials folder, delete all 6 of the items. Why do we do this? To avoid confusion with the scripted copies of the same items which you are about to create in that folder. If, for whatever reason, you want another copy of these items, you can click the box of the class materials again. So, delete the 6 items in your folder, and then from the tabletop, take each of the 6 items in turn into your inventory, right-click and take. Do not take the table itself, and do not be tempted to do a take copy. In your inventory, use the Recent tab and find the 6 items there. They are probably in the Class Materials folder. You have just deleted the originals, so there should be no risk of confusion between the old, unscripted, and the new, scripted versions. The final step may seem a bit counterintuitive. Please bear with me. Edit the Table, Content tab, and leave the Edit window open for now. In your inventory, find each of those 6 items and drag and drop them into the Content tab of the table. Once all 6 items are in the Content tab of the table, then your job is done. Click the table and choose which items you want to res, or choose everything to res them all. Try moving and or rotating the table to see the items move with it. To de-res them, click Clean and select which to do res or Clean All to de-res everything. Take a copy of your table to the inventory so that you have a backup safely stored. Okay, so you have made a rezzer. But I also want to show you some more features of this system. Groups of items. Sometimes it may be handy to res several items all together. For instance, we might know that we will always want to res both plates at the same time, or both glasses at the same time. We can group objects together to allow us to do this. We do this simply by changing the names of the objects concerned. For instance, we decide to create a group for the 2 plates so that we can always res them together. The name of the group is just plates. We add the name of the group to the front of the name of each item, separated by an underline. So plate A becomes plates underline plate A. Plate B becomes plates underline plate B. We decide to do the same with the 2 glasses, which form a group called glasses. So glass A becomes glasses underline glass A. Glass B becomes glasses underline glass B. Now, ideally, you would just change their names on the plates and glasses which are already inside the table, but you cannot do this because the plates and glasses in the Content tab of the table appear as No Modify, and hence you cannot change their names here. This is because they contain a No Modify script, although the plates, glasses are modifiable. SL unfortunately prevents name changes on an unresed object which contains no modify items. So here is how to get around this. To change their names, you must do so on the resed objects like this. Click your table and res Glass A, Glass B, Plate A, and Plate B by selecting them in turn from the menu. Edit Glass A, the one on the table, and rename it glasses _ glass A. To remind you, in the same way, rename each glass B, Plate A, and Plate B. So glass B becomes glasses _ glass B. Plate A becomes plates _ plate A. Plate B becomes plates _ plate B. When that is done, take these 4 items, 2 glasses and 2 plates, back to your inventory. They will now probably be in your objects folder. When that is done, edit the table Content tab and do as follows. Delete Glass A, Glass B, Plate A, and Plate B from the Content tab of the table. Drag and drop the 4 renamed items from Inventory to Content tab of the table. Now click the table again and you should see this menu. Select Plates and both plates will appear. Similarly for glasses. Okay, that was the Groups feature. Finally, I want to tell you about the Conflicts feature. Conflicts. The AR rezzer script has other features which I have not tried to show you here. These are described in detail in the user guide. But to summarize some of these, permanence. For instance, if you are rezzing a furnished house, you might want the house structure always to be rezzed and the furnishings to be optional. In this case, you would follow the instructions in the user guide to make the house structure to be permanent. Conflicts. For instance, on your table setting, you might want to res either the bottle or the fruit bowl, but never both. So you would set the bottle and the fruit bowl to be conflicts according to the instructions in the user guide. Let's see how to make that work. In your folder, find a note card called Conflicts. Open the note card. As you see, it contains a single line, bottle, # fruit bowl. This means that the bottle and the fruit bowl are in conflict, meaning that only one of them may ever be rezzed. So now do as follows. Use its menu, derez, clean, everything which is rezzed on the table. Edit the table, drop that note card into its Content tab. You should see a message in chat. Conflicts have been read from the note card. Conflicts. Now click the table and select everything. You will see that either the fruit bowl or the bottle will res, but not both. You will also see that if you then choose to res the other one, the one that is already resed will disappear. So you cannot ever have both on the table at the same time. This can be handy if, for example, you are rezzing furniture in a house. If some items occupy the same place, then you would set them to be conflicts. Okay, that was conflicts. It's easy to set up, as you can see. Finally, Please do experiment with making things. Don't worry, you will not break anything. I teach classes at Builders Brewery every week. See my profile pics for my class plans. And you can see the schedule of Builders Brewery classes at buildersbrewery.com/calendar/index PHP. And we are done. I hope that was useful. The class notes are now available in the box of class materials. Click the red box now to get class notes. What a great class, Tilly. Thank you so very much. And thank you, Fran, for recording. And we appreciate Liliana and Greenwood being here. And we know that lots of students will take advantage of the video. Thank you all. This is our last workshop for building. Break a leg on your student challenge project.